YouTube, awesome news. I recently looked at the Brian Brown, Dan Savage debate, and needless to say, Brian Brown can't defend his position without sounding like a Porky Pig. So apparently, Dan Savage eviscerated this guy because, of course, whenever you take something that is an argument against two men being able to marry and then basically push that to the heterosexual side, then of course it falls flat. A lot of people are talking about polygamy and whatever else, but polygamy is inherently rid with just mainly because there's one man, many women, and not only that, but in many polygamous sets, child brides are taken. So that's definitely an argument there. But also, let's take a look at the legal paperwork that would have to be done if we were to take this one man and these 30 wives. How would their inheritance be divided between them and their children when they passed away? So that's the fact. Or when the men's is divided up in the women's, and then the women's are divided up by their children. It just like 1 divided by 30 divided by 60. So that really gives us a really just all these claims that just don't eventually work. And then of course we have the whole procreation aspect, but of course children are not a condition upon which to have a marriage or not. There is also the whole two parts, the two halves of humanity. But again, sterile couples are not forced to dissolve their marriages. So, and then of course the whole everybody's had a uniform definition of what marriage is, but there are sects in between short offshoots of Christianity that say that they will marry a gay or a lesbian couple, and a church in Southeast Ohio was recently burned down for accepting gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender individuals as members. So one side says the religious freedom of those who refuse to do marriages, but you will blanket those who will and prohibit them from legally marrying a couple because you believe that it is not that it's not right. But then again, he also contradicts himself by saying because you don't like something doesn't mean you have the right to make it illegal, or it does not mean that you should make it illegal. So therefore, why is he doing this with marriage for gay and lesbian couples? But he believes that abortion is wrong. He believes that many other things are wrong. But where's the social movement to take away the rights of promiscuous heterosexuals to marry? Where is the social movement to deny, pedophiles the right to marry anybody? Because of course, pedophiles can't marry children, and necrophiliacs can't marry dead people. So in that case, you believe pedophilia and necrophilia is wrong. So why are you allowing them to marry someone of the opposite sex and you don't believe is right? Something else that they do. I definitely want to hear about that. So Brian Brown, obviously, Brian Brown just, he had the whole deer in headlights look the whole time, and I'm sitting there looking like, that's all his arguments were, really. Like, So, of course, I'm on Team Dan Savage with this one, apparently. And the whole thing about the pansy ass thing, I don't care who believes that he was so-called bullying. But it's funny that when we are taking abuse, it's truth. But when you are taking abuse because of your bigoted statements and actions and bigoted laws and homophobic laws, and basically because you are homophobic, because you are passing those through, then it's sacrilege. It's funny how when so-called Christians abuse gay and lesbian people, it's righteousness, including bodily harm and death. But then again, when gay and lesbian people strike back and fight against these oppressive laws, then we're sacrilegious and we're trying to destroy the family. Now I know how that works. There's no love in there whatsoever, even if you disagree, because you disagree. We don't hate you because of your beliefs. We hate what you're doing, and we also hate the fact that you are a part of that rolling back civil rights of a minority because you so-called don't agree with a lifestyle. What is the lifestyle in the first place? And do straight people do it too? What's the straight equivalent of that lifestyle? I'm sure you can't formulate one, because you can just, all you're gonna do is have a blanket statement of, we don't like it when it's heterosexual, but the homosexual one is so much worse. Right. I'm going to ponder that while I figure out where to stick your opinion. Have a great day, YouTube.